Blog
Hi,
Talk
everybody.
Radio.
Good evening, everyone. This is me, Jonathan Alexander, and I'm here to host our show, Life, Laughter, Happiness. Today, I have my two co-hosts, Kelly and Barbara. Are you both there?
Hi.
Yes.
Hey,
Hi,
you there,
everybody.
Barbara? Right.
Yep.
Okay, and our Life, Laughter, Happiness psychic is here today, Karen Page. You there, Karen?
I am here. Hi, Jonathan, Kelly, and Barbara. How are you guys doing?
Hi. Great.
Hey. Now,
like you say, Karen,
today,
every day is a great day.
Isn't that the truth?
Yes.
You know, I wake up
Yeah.
and most of my parts work. I don't have a single complaint.
Right. Exactly.
Now, today is a psychic day, and we had this lady back of, I think it was, we did her chakras. Are you there, Miss Sand?
Yes, I am here.
Hi.
Hi,
Now,
Shauna.
Hi.
well, I wanted to just, you've introduced, I think you want to introduce yourself, or you might not want to say too much because, you are talking to a psychic. But
I would like her name. I'm not going to call her Miss Sand.
Okay.
Unless you want me to go by Hey You.
I'll introduce her. Karen,
Introduce her,
this
Barbara.
is one of my best friends, Shauna Sand, is returning to the show. She had Chakra Day.
You guys have great taste. You are wonderful friends.
Oh, thank you so much.
It's
I know
the
you
truth.
can do it. Yes.
We love each other.
and-
We've been friends since 1995.
I am not surprised. When both of you were 3, I'm not surprised.
We're 22 now.
See, I knew.
That is so funny. Yes, we've been having so much fun since 1995. A lot of fun. We've modeled together, and she's very successful.
Well, you know what? She's coming into such an incredibly wonderful time in her life. By this coming February, she won't recognize her life. And you talk about, how I always jokingly say taking out the trash? Wow.
Yeah.
Has she gone through this enormous cleansing period in her life? And
wow, I'm just going to let you roll with it, Karen. I'm going to put it on mute now. I'm going to let you roll with it.
Oh, okay, sweetheart.
No more introduction.
Yeah. Hi, Shauna.
Thank you, Barbara. Hi.
You're coming out of this sort of Twilight Zone period for the last couple of years, and it literally felt like you were almost in quicksand, and you have just pulled yourself out of it and finally are coming to what I always call the fun part of the program.
You're right. You're right.
Oh, my God, it feels like you thought this was just never going to end, And it's so interesting because when you're really sweet-natured like you are, and Barbara and Kelly, the three of you, not discounting you, Jonathan. I'm just talking about the girl stuff now. People are always shocked when you say no. And it's
true.
You had this one, guy in your life that just couldn't believe you were done and over it, And it's like, which part of I'm done don't you understand? And this was like, man, can't you just go away? Good luck. And go away and just anywhere that's not a part of my life, So it's now you finally, truly are free of this. But wow, he was like toxic waste, And there was this combination of other things that he also, unfortunately, had brought along with him. and you're finally clear of this. Excuse me. And by February of 2020, oh my God, sweetheart, you won't recognize your life. You'll be doing the happy dance. I'm not kidding.
Well,
This
that's exciting.
it is such a wonderful period. It's a highly creative period for you.
Okay.
And you are going to love this. I mean,
oh, I can't wait. What other things are you referring to?
Well, it feels about the creative things. It feels like it is literally creating a new project that feels like it's either film related or book related, because it feels like it's deeply personal, but it's creative. It's not you being just another pretty face. You know.
Yeah, no, I love working with TV and film and being creative. That's the only, place that I feel truly happy. So.
Well, that's what it feels
exciting.
Like. Really starts opening up, and it will come from somebody that you have known a very long time. A really lovely guy, but this is a guy that is truly a friend. It's not an baby friend. It's truly a friend. Somebody that's like a brother to you. Okay? And you work well together. And he's really funny. He has a really, I almost want to say on the surface, he has what appears to be a very dry personality, but he has such a wicked sense of humor. This is a really sharp guy that is really funny, but when people first meet him, they go, wow, is he serious? And he just, he has a brilliantly funny sense of humor, and you guys get along. You've known him for years, at least 20 years.
Oh.
And he feels like an old friend. I don't mean age-wise, just somebody that you have known for, it feels like, at least 20 years.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And he feels like the one that says to you, so what are you doing now? And why don't you come work with me? I'm working on this project, and I could use some of your ideas, and why don't you get involved with this with me? And he is going to open this whole creative door for you that you are just going to talk about speaking to your soul. This is you're going to love this, and it will open a whole new career path for you.
Oh, that sounds incredible.
Oh, I'm so happy for you. I'm so happy for you, because this last 2 years, I'm surprised you let yourself out of, not hide in the closet all the time, because it's like everywhere you turned, there was just this negative stuff going on, and not coming from you, but from these things you needed to clear out of your life. Isn't that a nice way to put it?
Yes. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Oh, I know you do, sweetheart. I have no doubt. I know you do. And it's like really, 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 you're in the Martin Luther King period where you can go free at last, thank God Almighty, free at last. And everything even remotely or distantly, I want to say, within that was even remotely connected to that period will all be done by August 21st. Wow, that's going to be quite a birthday.
We have two things to celebrate, Shauna. My birthday and this.
Isn't that funny? That's the date that came to mind. It is, because all of a sudden it feels like, wow, finally, it's really, and you will know that and no longer have to look over your shoulder.
Wow.
Oh, wow. Wow, that's crazy. Okay.
It will become crystal clear to you through another person why you will never have to worry about any part of this again.
Okay.
Okay?
Well, all right.
I promise you, you will know without a shadow of a doubt.
Okay. Well,
I'm
that's,
so happy
I'm
for you.
forward to that.
Well,
yeah, because I've been dealing with a lot, like way too much.
Oh my God, is that the understatement, honey? It's been emotional, financial, spiritual, in every way. It's like, my God, this has been enormous, and a lot of people can't understand when somebody is trying. There's no nice way to say this to you. Somebody's trying to destroy you. Okay, and that's That's exactly what this feels like. And I say to people sometimes, when all is not enough, where do you draw the line? And it feels like it's so funny. Remember when I said to you, people are surprised when you say no?
Yes.
This is one of those. I mean, you gave them enough rope to not only hang themselves, but take the whole neighborhood with them, And they were so shocked when you closed the rope factory and just said, no, I'm really done.
Yeah.
And
it's
wow. You know exactly who this is and what this is. I mean, they tried to infiltrate every part of your life and to literally just destroy your life.
Yeah, I know. It's been everything all at once, so it's just
Yes, I know that, sweetheart. It happened over a 2-year period because this has been going on, and it's over, but you won't truly feel free. I mean, you will have such clarity by August 21st. Happy birthday to you, Barb. Happy birthday. Oh, sorry. I was just having a moment. It will be so crystal clear to you. It'll be astounding, and you will never have to look over your shoulder. Boy, it's so funny because there will be a whole bunch of people that have wanted to help you, but there was no way for them to do it. And I mean, boy, talk about a lot stronger than certain people that are no longer in your life gave you credit for. Wow. I mean, you have a backbone of steel, girl. And I'm telling you, you're finally coming into this period where you will never have to look over your shoulder again. And I have to tell you, it's there already. This went on for such a long time that it feels like that third week in August is when you finally realize you truly are free and never have to look over your shoulder again.
Okay. All right. Well,
I'm
looking
so thrilled
to that
for you.
Thank you. Yeah, me too. Because it's been very challenging lately.
Oh, that's a polite way to put it, sweetheart.
Yeah, especially. Well, I mean, just for a while, but even the last week, it's been everything's been draining me. Everybody's pulling on me. Like, everybody needs something from me. So.
And I want you to remember, no is I'd love to help you, but I'm sorry I can't. I'm sure you'll work it out. I want you to remember that phrase. Because you can put your Wonder Woman cape away anytime.
Okay, good. Yeah, because I've just been pulled in so many directions, and everyone needs me, and then I lose myself because I'm so nice and giving that I just keep giving
What
and
did
giving,
I say?
and then I lost myself in the process. And yeah, no, it's true. And then
Well,
I'm just
you're
exhausted.
it's more than exhausted. There's nothing left for you.
Yeah, exactly.
And
you're
you weren't
right.
sleeping, and the thing that really concerned me is that it was impacting your health. And that's the part that was incredibly concerning. But it's so amazing to me because the last about 8 months is when you finally went, what the heck am I doing? You know? And you really started becoming conscious of this. And I'm not kidding. You cannot be afraid to say no.
Okay.
Because sometimes, and the people that truly are your friends, are you kidding me? They'll be right beside you. They'll be the soldiers that will be right beside you.
Okay.
And because you're not alone. And when I tell you you're coming into the fun part of the program, wait, you'll see.
Yeah.
I mean, wow. You are going to just love this. And the lovely part about it, really lovely part, not only do you feel really happy, I'm talking about emotionally and spiritually, and it's like, wow, I love my life. You're excited to wake up every day, and you have not felt like that in a very long time.
Yeah,
and
true.
It is truly creating a new path for yourself that, wow, are you going to surprise a whole bunch of people? There is one thing I want to talk to you about. You have some family stuff going on. It's not here in California, okay? It feels like other people's health issues, but it's family related. I'm not worried about you. You're going to be fine, okay? But there are 2 family members, and please don't be offended when I say this. Remember the part where I said you need to learn to say no? Sometimes people have to be responsible. Sometimes we have to be responsible for our own health. And you have, over the years, you have tried to help both of these people. And sometimes people are really addicted to being the victim or getting attention by being sick all the time. When this feels like one of them has a chronic health issue, but they've done nothing about it. And the other one feels like it's, oh, woe is me, you know? And I'm begging you to, you're always going to do what you can because that's your nature, but you can't fix what you didn't break, honey.
Okay.
You hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. And I beg of you to please take care of yourself and protect yourself. And this is coming from somebody that I had 2 hemorrhaging ulcers from worrying about everybody. The first one I got when I was 11, and the second one I had before I was 17. And the doctor looked at me and said, Karen, you better figure out a way. I don't care if you go to the beach and scream until you fall down on the sand, okay? You better figure out a way to let it out. So I'm saying to you, I beg of you to find some way to release this for yourself. Do you meditate?
No, I go to yoga, and that's a form of meditation. That helps me, but I haven't been going lately because I've been pulled in so many directions by
Sweetheart,
everyone else.
and you need to cut some of those cords, okay?
Yeah.
Because they will keep taking and pulling and taking and pulling. When the doctor said to me, if you don't deal with this, I'm going to have to take out half of your stomach. Well, you know what? I heard him, and I hope you will hear me. because you
I
have
just
your
don't know anybody. Go
you
ahead.
have your whole life ahead of you.
Yeah.
The fun
I
part.
just don't. Yeah, I just don't know really anyone out of California.
Oh, yes, you do. You'll see. They'll pop up.
Okay.
They'll pop up. I didn't say it was your mother and father. I said they're two relatives that, and it may be somebody that married into your family. Do you know what I mean? These are people that you are not responsible for fixing what their health issue is. Okay?
Okay.
So remember what I said to you? I'd love to help you, and I hope you can find a way to resolve this and help yourself. And I wish I could help you, but I'm sorry, I really can't. You hear me?
Mhm. Yeah.
I want you to remember that.
Okay.
Okay? Because this is going to be, I always think that God says, when you say I've got it, God goes, okay, there's going to be a test.
Yeah. I
And
know.
there's always something, because you give and you give and you give and you give and you give until there's nothing left for you. And I'm not talking about stuff, money. I'm talking about so much of yourself.
Right.
And I'll bet you, Barbara, isn't that the truth? You know her very well.
Well, yes, and then she takes it on without even thinking twice. So I
rest
think
my thank you. I rest my case.
You're welcome.
Please, Miss Shauna.
Take care of yourself, Shauna. And you know what? I did take her through the guided meditation with Kelly, and
that's so important. That would be so healthy for you to do emotionally for yourself.
Yeah, we
Every
did
Sunday.
that the other day, and that was on Sunday. That was great. So.
Well, I hope that it's a practice that you will continue, because it's something that will help you help yourself. Okay, because you need to do this so you can replenish that spiritual part of you that everybody drains.
Yeah, I used to go to yoga every day. And also do a dance class on the beach twice a week, in the sand, which I just loved. And they stopped those classes, so I was actually talking to Barbara about trying to find some together, and we could go together.
What a great idea, and I'm asking you to please do that.
Okay.
And the right one will show up, and if you start looking for it after Mercury goes direct, after like the 5th of August, it goes direct on the 2nd, you'll be led to the right class.
Okay, wonderful.
Okay, but I'm one second, honey. I'm asking you to please continue with the meditation. Kelly's meditations are fabulous. So please, I'm asking you to do this for yourself.
Okay, yeah.
Okay?
I loved her meditation. Yeah, and yoga's really, really helpful and important for me.
All three of those things are important for you.
Okay.
Can you give her some insight about where she's going to live, because she's going to
she's moving, honey.
Somewhere.
She's where?
She needs to settle. I want her to be near me.
Well, that's where my money would go.
Okay.
That she's going to move not too far from you.
Okay, great. Because then we could do the yoga, and I need a partner in that too. I want to do yoga.
The funny part
is
volleyball. It feels like, Shauna, it feels like you have been trying to figure out where am I supposed to be when I grow up for almost the last year, you know? And every time you've thought, oh, there's the place, it's not that place, But that feels right. It feels right that it is not too far from where Barbara lives.
Yeah, well, I was in LA for a long time, and I really am not an LA person. I'm a beach person. I grew up on the beach, and I need to be.
That's so funny. Well, it's not too far from where she is, and that's the beach, Dolly.
Yeah. Beach is in the title.
And the funny part is, it'll come sort of out of the dear blue. Do you remember I said to you this guy that's like a brother to you that you've known for like 20 years? He's such a character. I would not be surprised if it doesn't come through somebody that he knows.
Okay.
And it'll be the perfect fit. And you need to stop stressing out over everything, honey. Please, I beg of you.
Okay.
Because
I think the yoga will help me. Yeah.
Oh, I think all of it, the meditation, the yoga, absolutely. And I'm telling you, by next February, you will not recognize your life, and that's like a minute away from here. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So fast.
That's when my little daughter it's her birthday, Isabella. So.
Oh, little cutie pie. Well, give her a big hug for me.
I thought about that
too,
Shauna.
That's funny.
Yeah, February 2nd, Isabella.
I love it. Well, you'll have lots to celebrate then, sweetheart.
Oh,
so does she need
to
watch out for
that?
Yeah.
Pardon me?
The two people. Does she need to watch out for the two people that come along that are going to try to suck her energy out with the woe is me?
No.
Okay.
No. Remember what I said to her? No is a small 2-letter word. I'd love to help you, but I'm sorry I can't, and I'm sure you'll work it out.
Okay. Simple as that.
And it is as simple as that, honey. And when you mean that, people get that you mean it. And and I know it's hard for you to believe this right at this moment, Shauna, but when you say no, it doesn't make you a bad person. And
no,
you need to remember that.
Said yes. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
And I've always said yes, and I literally have just stretched myself too thin. So.
Well, now it's sort of like you need to be done with that, and in the words, as I jokingly say, of those great sages, Monty Python, and now for something completely different. I mean, you can keep doing things the same way and keep being unhappy. The part that concerns me the most, though, is your health, because you are so drained and so exhausted and so depleted, and I mean, whatever other word is in the dictionary that fits into those categories, I'm deeply concerned. And you need to do something to replenish that part of your spirit. Kelly has meditation. You do yoga. What are you waiting for, sweetheart?
Okay. Yeah,
those are the, and nobody can do those things for you. You have to do that for yourself.
Okay.
Got it?
I've just been spending a lot of time going back and forth from San Diego to LA, and it's just taking so much of my time.
Honey, it's almost over. You won't have to do that for much longer. It's almost over.
Okay, good.
I'm
looking forward to that.
Yep. And we're all going to get together and go have lunch.
Where do you live
wonderful.
exactly? I mean, not exactly, but Karen, because I want to get together with you, Karen, because we're all in California.
I'm in the valley. I'm right near Ventura Boulevard.
Okay. Want to do that, Shauna? You want to go see Karen?
Yeah, I would love to. Yeah, absolutely.
Cool.
That'd be perfect.
Cool. We'll just hang out and be our groovy selves.
Awesome. We won't use you.
Okay.
We won't have.
Oh, no.
Tell us more, Karen.
I love it.
Me too.
So, do you have any other questions? Do you have any other questions, Shauna?
Gosh, I have a lot of questions, but
love life. I wanted to know love life.
That's
Barbara,
a whole different reading. This is about her taking care of herself because the truth is there's no room for any of that in her life right now.
Until you get stable with taking care of yourself and all of the other stuff. That makes a lot of sense.
She has to be happy with her. And do you remember what I said to you? You're going to wake up every morning and just love your life.
Yeah.
That's when the right partner will show up.
Okay.
You won't have to rescue them. They won't bully you. Get the drift here?
That sounds so interesting that she said that you don't have to rescue. You won't have to rescue them,
honey,
Shauna.
please. You know.
How refreshing is that?
Yeah. What did I say? And now for something completely different.
Yes.
Okay,
wow.
Perfect. Okay, well, that's exciting.
Well, I'm excited for you. And for you, this will be the first time since you're about 8 years old that you actually are kind of going, you know what? Because I feel like it and I'm going to do this for me.
Oh.
Okay.
You deserve that,
perfect.
Shauna.
Thank
you.
So
stop feeling guilty over taking care of yourself, sweetheart. Okay?
Okay.
You're very welcome.
Thank you.
Yes, that was awesome. You know what? I just wanted to tell you, Karen, that I talked to Terry Grant, and he is taking your advice. So just so Shauna can hear that when somebody takes Karen's advice, it works out really well. He went to St. Croix. I talked to him for over an hour the other day. He was in St. Croix.
Happy to hear that.
Terry at the laundromat, right?
I love it.
That was crazy. And he was just saying, he's never felt better. He's rejuvenated. He's relaxing.
I love it.
He's calling himself the Island Boy. This is his dream
love it.
place. Oh my gosh! And he was even working, but he was just working.
Yeah, but he's happy.
Happy. And he took your advice, and he's taking care of himself, and that's so good because
I'm deeply grateful to hear that. It's funny. I've thought of him. And I was going to ask you how he was doing. He's a really lovely man.
Wow. So well, yes.
Please, when you speak to him, tell him I said, hey, dude.
Okay, he's probably listening right now. He's a regular listener every day.
Hi, Terry.
Hi, Terry. He even says, he's like, I love Karen. I love her.
I felt the same way about him.
Yeah.
That's
awesome.
funny.
Just a little recap for you.
Yeah, I love it. Thank you so much. I'm happy to hear that.
Thank you.
Yay!
Yeah.
I love that.
Shauna, please stay on the line. I think that maybe Johnny is going to tell us what's next.
Mr. Jonathan.
Thank you.
I mean, do
you
want
are
me to
so
take
welcome,
a call?
sweetheart.
Are you done with your questions, Ms. Sand?
Yes. Thank you.
Okay, we can take a caller if you like.
Of course.
Let's see, 561. You're on the air.
Hello.
Hi there. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
You know, I hear you say that, but that doesn't feel really true. But I know most people believe you when you say I'm fine. But that doesn't feel right to me, honey. What's the question you have?
I wanted to know, what do you see in regards to a job and finances, please?
Well, actually, there is somebody that you know for the last couple of years that is going to offer you a work opportunity that it's not going to start out as a lot. You'll be working with a lot of people. What's your name?
My name is Stacy.
Hi, Stacy. Oh, that's a very dear friend of mine's wife's name, and I love her. You'll be dealing face-to-face with a lot of people because of this this opportunity that comes up. And in the very beginning, it's not going to seem like a lot, but it is going within a 6-month period of time. Wow, are you going to be a happy camper? Because financially, it will change your life, and you will have stability that you have not had for a long time.
Okay.
Okay? So it's coming, but wow, you're going to be dealing with a lot of people. It's sort of like you become the queen problem solver.
I always get shoved in those situations. I don't know why.
Isn't that funny? Well, you must be good at it. The part you need to remember is not to take it home with you.
Yeah.
That's the part you have.
do.
I'm so proud of you because that's the hard part. And again, you're going to be the queen of problem solving. But you will be well compensated for it, and it will make your life so much easier. And this is a really nice guy that says to you, hey, you know what? We could sure use somebody that, and you talk about the perfect match.
Mhm.
And this is going to be somebody, this is so funny. He feels like he's somebody that you're going to say, oh, you know, I need this fixed at my house. And he's going to go, I'll do it for you. And it's like, really? You know? And all of a sudden you have somebody that has been a really sweet friend. This is not a romantic relationship, but this is somebody that has been a friend. And all of a sudden, it's like he's really there for you.
Oh, okay.
That makes me very happy. Oh, you'll know who it is in a minute, sweetheart. Don't worry.
You hear me thinking, huh?
I could hear it from there.
Hey, who in the world is that?
He's such a nice guy. He's just a really nice guy. And it doesn't feel like there's none of this. He doesn't have any hidden agenda. You guys just hit it off real well, and he's a really sweet person.
Okay.
So, and it feels like he has grownish kids. And when I say grownish, I don't mean they're 45, but he has kind of grown-up kids. And, you know, he's not 12 years old. And he's one of these people that really knows how to be a friend. Okay. I love it. I love it. So, it's a coming.
All right.
Yay!
I'm waiting.
Film at 11.
Oh,
well,
gosh.
let us know, okay?
Okay.
Okay, sweetie, take care.
Huh?
Okay, area code 216, you're up.
Hello?
Hello.
Hey, what's going on?
You know, every day's a good day, honey. How about you?
Not bad. Not bad.
See? The eyes we look at things through. So what do you want to know, my friend? What's your name?
My name is Desmond, calling from Cleveland, Ohio.
Hello, Desmond. That's a pretty name.
Hey. Thank you. I want to know about job.
You want to know
finance.
what, dear?
Job and finance.
Okay. Can I ask you an odd question? Are you just changing jobs?
No, well, I guess so. Yeah, just resigned from a job and unemployed right now. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's not going to be for very long. It feels like by the end of next month, you're going to have the right fit will show up. And I have to tell you, it feels like it was time for you to leave there anyway, because, boy, talk about working with a bunch of people that had no idea who you were. You know, it's like, but with the new job, it feels like they will appreciate you. You'll be well taken care of. I'm not going to tell you won the lottery, but you'll be very comfortable. And they're not going to try and get you to work for $4 an hour. Okay?
Okay.
And say, "Oh, you didn't do this and didn't do." These are people that it almost feels like it's not literally a family, but you guys all work together. And I'm talking about well. Nobody's trying to throw each other under the bus.
Right.
I like it. Wow, what a novel idea. I'm excited for you.
Sounds interesting. So,
well, not only that, but you will also make 2 very dear friends from this new job.
Am I going to have to move or stay here?
Oh, no, you can stay where you are. It's not that far from you. But it's something that you would have loved to have done before, but there was no opportunity for it. And this comes through, it's funny, I want to say an older woman, she doesn't work there, but she knows some people that do. And she's going to introduce you to one of the guys that works there. And boy, talk about a perfect fit. It's like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I love it, and you'll like each other. And it's weird because there's some almost like a uniform involved in it, like it's at a hotel or something like that. You'll see.
Oh, okay.
But you'll like it. So your financial situation will get cleared up.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes. Well, this will give you stability. You know, and the people you work with will be working with will just be lovely. It literally feels like you're almost like family. You know, you help each other. And it's, boy, that'll be novel for you because you were in a place where nobody was ever happy. It was never enough. So I'm not sorry that you're not there anymore. But you'll love the new place.
Wow, I can't even imagine a place like that. That much fun.
Oh,
wow.
It's coming. And I have a good track record.
I'll hold you to it, okay.
You got it. You know where to find me.
Okay.
So and let us know, okay?
Okay. So, all right, that'll work.
Yay. Go for it.
All right, thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
You are so welcome.
All right.
Okay.
Anybody else?
Let's see. 954 is the area next one.
Hello, 954.
Hi, Karen. I'm just now waiting for your first book to arrive. My name is Mary, and looking forward to reading it.
Well, they're all true stories, sweetheart. Every word of them.
Can't wait to read them. Because I'm having a lot of difficulty in the financial area, I'm considering moving if I can get into a place that is new that should be opening soon. I'm on
I have a feeling you're going to develop a friend that is going to help you do that.
Oh, someone with influence or?
Somebody with some influence that has a relationship with that facility.
Oh.
Talk about a perfect fit for you.
Yeah.
Wow. So yes, the answer is yes, yes, and yes.
Would I be comfortable in that surrounding area? It's not too far from where I am.
Oh, absolutely.
But it's
you actually will love it.
Really? And
yeah.
It's all brand new things in there. It's
all everything, and the funny part is it'll be so much. You're going to laugh when I say this, but it's so much more comfortable for you in every way. You will be very surprised.
Okay.
Because you won't miss a thing, darling.
Okay. The only thing I miss is the pool, but I don't go in it. I just enjoy the view.
I understand. I understand that kind of pool lover. Hello.
Yeah. Well, it sounds good. So will that help with offsetting a lot of the expenses? It is cheaper than where I'm at.
Absolutely. Not only that, but this feels like there is where you are, it feels like all of a sudden, I'm trying to say greedy in a nice way, people started getting greedy. You know?
Exactly.
And it's because it didn't start out being unmanageable. It has become unmanageable.
Yeah, 200 a month is unmanageable. Yeah.
That's pretty crazy. But this feels like there is a stability in the rent. That
definitely that I know.
It's exactly what it looks like.
Would I qualify for 1 or 2 bedroom, or do you pick that up?
I don't get anything on that, but it also feels like, because you look so happy to me there. It's not
I hope so.
It's not just the money. Well, if you weren't, I would tell you that's not what this looks like to me.
Okay.
I would tell you I don't see, because it's your life.
Right.
And I would rather you be prepared.
Uh-huh.
But this feels like there's something, it's so interesting because it's going to come about in such an interesting way that this lady says to you, oh, I know them. It's like, you do?
I'm already on the list for application.
Oh, that's well, somebody is going to help you secure your place there.
Oh, that's good to hear. Now,
that's the first thing I said to you.
Pardon?
That's the first thing I said to you.
Yeah. And I'm with someone now. Will we be moving together, or do you pick that up?
I don't see that being a problem. If that's what you want, I don't see that even being an issue.
Okay. I'm also trying to assist a neighbor of mine, possibly getting in. I don't know if she'd qualify either. We're good friends, so I don't know.
I don't see that being her place.
Okay.
It feels like there's another place because she needs more help than you do.
Yes, I understand that.
And this does not feel like an appropriate facility for her.
Okay.
But the other one will show up. And there's a young man that is going to actually be instrumental in her getting in there and finding it.
Oh, that's good. Would it be a realtor or a friend or?
No, it feels like a friend.
Oh, good.
Or it's so funny because he almost comes as, I want to say, a nephew or the son of a friend of yours. Or do you know what I mean? It's
I don't
very
at this time.
No, you would not at this time, and she won't know who it is until this young man says. And I don't mean he's 16; he's a grown-up, you know. But
we'll happen to, you know, keep our connection because, you know, she is.
Oh, absolutely, you will. She's not moving to the end of the earth. This is not. She's not. You know, this is not far.
Okay. Are you picking up a time frame?
I wish I could tell you it was tomorrow. There will be conversation about it in November. Okay.
Okay, that's when it's actually supposed to open.
Okay.
That's
what I was gonna say to you is that you will have two choices, and to get what you want, it may take you moving into next year, where you will get a commitment for it.
Okay, that's okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
it will,
feels
at
like
least it will help in the long run, knowing that
absolutely, and it feels like the first quarter of the year.
Okay, I can wait that long.
Oh, you will be so happy, and they'll be lovely with you, and they'll tell you in November if you want. I want to say, just the 1-bedroom place. We can, you're welcome to move now, but the 2-bedroom feels like it is the better fit for you.
Oh, good. Yeah.
So, and it feels like that's the one that if you can, I want to say, hold on for a second, they will give you the commitment that when this is ready, it's yours.
All right. Yeah, because it would be brand new. It's in the process of now being built.
Yep, I rest my case.
Oh, wonderful. Well, that's good news. I'm glad to
hear
that.
I'm happy for you, Dolly. Enjoy your new home.
Thank you so much.
And
you are welcome, sweetheart.
All right, getting your book. Thank you. Take care.
Enjoy.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
And the next one is area code 323.
Hi there,
Hello,
neighbor.
Hi, this is David.
Hi, David. How are you?
First time hearing you, but I love a psychic with a strong opinion. You're turning me on.
Well, you know what? I believe the truth only has one story. And, I'm not interested in blowing smoke because it's your life.
I respect that. I like it.
It is, I love my work, and I always say I'll do this as long as God wants me to, and if he wants me to be a painter, I'll be at Home Depot buying brushes in the morning. But I've been doing this since I'm about 10 and a half, so I'm hoping it hangs on there.
Yeah.
Pardon me?
I was going to say, not to jump in, but there's a very good reason she's a part of the show. Right, Kelly? And Barbara?
Oh, what was that,
right.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I had it on mute.
I said there's a very good reason she's a part of the show. There's a very good reason.
Right. So, yeah.
Yay. So what's your question, David?
Okay, so real quick story that leads to my question. So I'm out in my car at night. It's about 8:30. It's dark. I'm in Palm Springs. I'm at a stoplight, at a red light, and I'm just kind of passing the time, and I notice there's a car coming up from me behind. And I realize the car is coming faster and faster, and it's not going to stop. And at this point, I realize that there's probably not anything I can do because I can't gauge how fast the car's coming, but really fast right at my tail end. And I just decided to surrender. And I said, I don't know what to do. And a voice came to me and said, take a deep breath and close your eyes. All right. And at this point, I wasn't scared of dying because I'm not scared of death, but I was like, I'll be really pissed off if I'm
the only other person I have ever heard say that besides me.
Oh,
that's funny.
Yeah.
I have no
I'm
fear
fine
of
with that, but I would be pissed off if I was paralyzed, right? So anyway.
Well, God has a different plan for you, David. That's not it.
So the car's coming at me, and all of a sudden I hear this scraping noise. I'm like, so I had to open my eyes. I'm like, what the hell's going on? The car had literally gone up onto a raised sidewalk went around my car, never touched me, came back down onto the street and crashed into a car that was coming through the green light.
Oh,
my God. They spun around together, and the two cars caught on fire.
Oh, my God.
Boy,
now,
if God wasn't listening.
So, my question, so as it turns out, the guy who did that, the guy who caused all this, ran away but was eventually caught. The two people that were in the other car, the one guy was mildly hurt, but they got out before the fire did any harm to them. Thank
God.
Right. So all in all, it wasn't, and I didn't get involved in the legal case because I figured I'd already dodged my bullet and I didn't want to line up for any more.
You're a wise man.
Anyway, thank you. Anyway, the car was clearly moved onto the sidewalk to avoid hitting me. And I'm wondering, A, was it a hit on me, and B, who moved the car?
Absolutely not a hit on you, and it's not your time to be going anywhere, honey. That's it's I know you'll laugh when I say this, but you have very heavy protection. You have a lot of friends in the next world.
Okay.
And you know that. You know that because you lost a lot of people in your life. And you have I don't mean this in some silly way. I mean it literally. You have a whole army of angels protecting you. And this is not the first time that has something almost unexplainable has happened.
No, the laws of physics have been broken many times to protect me, and it never made sense.
That is absolute. Well, I'm telling you, you have angels on your side. And
I
I'm
don't
talking
disagree.
Serious protection, and that is part of it, and when you are conscious, as you are, okay, and you take a moment to have that little conversation with God. I always jokingly say my mom tugs on God's rope and goes, "Excuse me, I know you're really busy right now, but you see my daughter down there?"
Right.
God hears you. And you have an unshakable faith that has nothing to do with going to church. It has to do with knowing that there is something a lot bigger than you are.
Yes.
And by the way, I'm at your table. That's hilarious. So it is this. You are protected. You're not going anywhere. It's not time, honey. You're going to live to be a happy, hearty old dude.
Well, I thank you, but I'm already an old dude. But
no,
that's
a number, my friend. It has nothing to do with ages between our ears.
All right. I agree that there's a bit of youth left. So that leads me to then a question in that this is not a poor me. Listen, I've lived a big life. I have resources. I have a beautiful house with no payment. I have the best car in the world. I have all this stuff. So I'm not lacking for anything. But I've kind of run out of things to do. And it's not a poor me, but I am kind of really, yes. And I'm wondering why I am being protected and saved, because it doesn't seem like you said you would go to Home Depot tomorrow and buy the brushes.
Yeah.
Well, I always said that my worst nightmare would be moving to Oklahoma City and being a hairdresser. But if that's what God really wanted,
no,
honey, I would go to beauty school
to Oklahoma
and go to Oklahoma.
Be a hairdresser.
No, I know. That's my worst scenario.
You don't have to worry about that. Fear not.
Anyway, I don't feel like I'm being used productively if I'm here to do something. And I've had enough wine, I've had enough sex, I had enough money. It's like I'm ready for more.
Well, but you keep expecting it to be something that is business as usual, you know?
Okay.
And if you open the door, it's funny because I always ask God, so what am I? That's funny because I had a couple of weeks where I was just sort of hanging out, being my groovy self. And one night I had a conversation with God, and I said, what am I supposed to be doing with this time? And I literally woke up in the morning and grabbed a cup of coffee, walked into my office, and sat down and started writing my book. And I didn't stop until I was done.
Wow, cool.
So, you know that little conversation with God that you have had several times in your life?
Yeah.
I want you to have another one when you put your head on the pillow tonight. I'm not kidding. And that door, okay. I'm telling you, it will become crystal clear to you.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not about taking people into your beautiful home, but it is connected to you being outside of your home and helping some other people. And I'm not talking about by writing a check.
No, I know. Yeah, money doesn't.
You
really
know
help.
exactly what I mean.
Yeah. No, listen. I've learned a lot about money, and money doesn't really change that much.
Oh, it sure doesn't, sweetheart. And money doesn't bring happiness.
No, it changes circumstances for a short period of time. That's it.
Yep. You are a wise man.
Well, no, I mean,
yep.
Obviously you're a psychic. You know that I've packed a lot in this lifetime.
You know what? And as I always say every time someone asks me why I'm not afraid to die, and I tell them if it ended tomorrow, I haven't missed a thing. And neither have you.
So it's really funny. I had a friend in LA who's this kind of mover and shaker, big Beverly Hills type, who's sometimes in the media and involved in all this international stuff. And he
right.
said to me, do you know why you don't fit in? And I said, no, I have no idea. And he said, because you're not afraid to die. And he said, the dirty secret about all of us is we're terrified of dying, and that's why we're so busy trying to take over the world.
That is so hilarious to me. It's like I got bad news for him. We're all leaving one of these days.
Exactly. I know.
So, it is so interesting to me. It's when you have inner peace, it is
right.
you don't have that fear. And like
right.
you, I've never had that. It's,
right.
it's like, hey, when I'm done here, I'm pretty sure it's going to be clear. And that we'll both say, good night, Gracie.
Right.
It's like we'll be done.
So was it a specific person or being or consciousness that moved that car? Because I'm just curious, because it seemed like such a specific effort. Was it one particular person or
honey,
angel?
You have. When I said to you, you have. It's funny because an army of dead people around you.
Yeah, no, that's true.
I'm not kidding. You and I, and it's such an interesting thing when you know that. I'm the last living member in my family. I don't have one blood relative, and I've never had a day alone in my life, David. Ever.
Well, no, you're clearly on your path, as I said.
Yes, and you have done this several times, and it's time for you literally to do something different. You just keep expecting it to be something that is familiar to you, and it's not. It's something that is new, and you've done it in little bits along the way in your life. But this is really something powerful, emotionally powerful for you. And it'll come in the most, I want to almost say surprising way. And it will be incredibly rewarding for you, emotionally rewarding.
Okay.
But you're never alone either. So, you know.
Right. No, I'm alone a lot physically, but yeah, I've always been aware
I'm
that.
I'm not talking about that.
Right. No, it's interesting because it took me it wasn't until I was well into my 40s that I realized that a lot of people in the quote unquote love and light community aren't comfortable around me, and I never understood that because I'm a good guy, right? I'm generous and kind and. Thank you. I mean, I can call out bad behavior and yell at people when they need it, but you know, my soul is benevolent. I do know that.
Yes, it is, and you really don't have any issue with people being who they are. It's like
for the most part,
yeah, and if it as long as it's not, when I say offensive or they're not being mean, you're fine.
Yeah.
You don't care.
Oh yeah. Right.
It's when they're being unduly cruel. It's like that's never going to happen for you. It's like
it doesn't work.
No.
And you know, I've gotten into fights, and now I usually just walk away. But anyway, back to the love and light thing. What I realized was that a lot of the people in that community, they're sensitive enough to sense all these spirits and energies around me, and it freaks them out because they can't identify it.
That's so funny to me. It doesn't freak me out. I think I'm very familiar with them.
Right.
And it's like I am grateful they are there and that we have them. You know?
Right. No.
And I'm sorry, it doesn't have to be Mickey and Minnie and Goofy and you know. I mean, it's
right.
It is. They literally are the angels, the souls of people that we have loved in our life. And you have had a lot of love in your life.
I have had some intense love, yes.
Yes, you have, and you have had a great deal of loss in your life. But they didn't go anywhere.
No, I know.
I know you do. I know you do. So
but
I'm not worried about you. You got serious protection, my friend.
Thank you. You know, I appreciate that. It's good.
Well,
good to have
I don't get to say that too often to people, but you have very serious protection.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of realized a while back that I couldn't screw this up even if I tried.
Well, you could have, but then you'd have to be somebody else, and why would you do that? You got it right this time.
All right. I'm going to find. I'm going to stalk you. I'm not going to stalk you, but I'm going to find you and I'll hit you up again.
You know, KarenPage.com.
All right.
Okay. Lovely
thank you for your time
speaking
and
to
energy.
you.
All right.
Thanks.
It was great. Thank you.
Bye, dear.
You see a lot on Tuesdays. Thank you. Okay.
Hi there. What a wonderful show.
Yeah.
I love this. What sweet people call in.
Very good.
I love it.
Okay.
So what's going on, kids?
Oh, I
mean,
was thinking when he was talking about the car, how it just, you know, he thought it was going to hit him. Something like that happened to me 2 Januaries ago in Arizona, and
I'm not
I
surprised.
couldn't move. Yes, and this woman just came straight at me, and I didn't know why. She just was going straight at me, and I was trying to turn right, and she all of a sudden
said, "Oh, look, bright shiny object." Right.
Yeah, but then she turned. Right, but she turned, even cranked her wheel more, and then right in front of me ended up on Boulders, which was the medium, like right going into Home Depot, that they had the decorative medium there, and
was
she ended
she
up
okay?
on that. She was okay. She was plastered.
Oh dear.
Oh no.
So and I said, "Why were you going right at me like that?" And she goes, "I don't know." But something made her turn the wheel right before she smashed into me. But I was like that guy. I was like closing my eyes, just like bracing myself, and then opened my eyes, and it's like, wow. And the lady behind me she said that was crazy. So I was protected then too. And so my question is, Karen, why do some of us have these angels around us and then some don't?
Well, and that's a question only God can answer. But it is part of a person's journey. My sister, we've all had siblings that you kind of look at and go, I used to ask my mom, are you sure that the hospital didn't give you the wrong child? I mean, because we were as opposite as chalk and cheese, okay? And we were not natural friends. And I kept trying and trying and trying. And my mother always knew when I was a tiny little girl, and I would go to bed and she would hear me talking. She always knew I was either talking to God or my grandfather.
Wow.
And
how old were you when she heard you?
Oh, 4, 3, 4,
wow.
5.
Just right when you started talking, you just were doing that.
Yes, it was. I was having conversations with God out loud when I was a little girl and would say my prayers, and then I would have conversations with God, just talking to him.
Wow.
And my mom would hear me talking, and she would open the door and would say, who are you talking to, baby girl? And it was always either God or my grandfather.
Oh.
Wow.
Yep.
And you were so young, you didn't really know probably what was going on with your grandfather too much.
Isn't that interesting? And my sister, what I started to tell you, I always knew there was something much bigger than we are here, okay? And it's like anybody that thinks they know everything, the day I think I know everything, I hope God throws dirt on me. And I don't care what religion somebody is. I don't care how they pray. I don't care if they go to church. Because I always believed from the time I was that size, 3, 4, whatever, that God hears us if we're washing a cup at the kitchen sink,
Right.
And it's because all the structures and all those things, I respect everybody's relationship with God. I just work here. But my sister used to scream at me and say to me, you and your God. And I looked at her and said, yep, my faith is unshakable. It's non-negotiable. There's nothing to talk about. And I have a health history would scare people to death. And I am healthier now than when I was 25 years old. And my doctor looks at me like I'm from Mars. And I would not trade 1 minute of it. And I have been told a couple of times in my life that I was, I may not be here. And I said, no, I'm not going anywhere. It's not my time.
You knew.
And yes. And I went through the windshield of my car on the freeway.
Wow.
And it was like, wow, I'm okay.
How old were you when that happened?
Probably 23.
Wow. And it's just something that you just recover from and you just move on. It's not like you even let it affect you to where you were afraid for the rest of your life, like some people would.
And it's sad because people living in fear, it's I always remember that saying that it's always sad when people die, especially when they never gave themselves permission to live.
That's so true.
And that's why when I say every day is a good day, it's like what is that if we are connected to something, I don't care what form it takes in your head or the knowing. Anybody can look out the window and look at a plant and the grass and the stars and planets and kind of go, I don't know about you, but I'm pretty darn sure none of that's man-made.
Oh, yeah.
So there has to be something a whole lot bigger than we are out there. And I don't care what you call it.
It puts things into such great perspective like that. Yes.
Yes, my ex-father-in-law used to, when my mother passed away, he said to me, "You and your God." And I looked at him and I said, "Come here." So I took him outside and I took him downstairs and I went and I literally grabbed a few blades of grass and I said, "Can you make these?" And he said, "Stop it." And I went over and I touched a leaf on a tree. I said, "Can you make one of these?" And I pointed up at the night sky. I said, "Or any one of those. I don't care if it's one that's burnt out. Can you make any one of those?" He said, "You just sound stupid, Karen." I said, "Really?" I said, "I feel sorry for you." I said, "You are in for the shock of your life when you go to the next world." I said, "Because you're going to have to come back here and do this all over again because clearly you haven't learned anything."
Wow.
And anybody that thinks that they're alone here, I mean, it's heartbreaking to me. And I've had people, because I've done this work since I'm a little girl, and it wasn't what I planned, but I'm so grateful that God had another plan for my life because I truly have not missed a thing. And I've met the most, if I had not been blessed to do this work, I would have never met Jonathan and Kelly and you and all the lovely people that have called into the show.
That's right.
So I'm grateful every day.
You know what? I'm going to use that too, Karen, about talking about God, because instead of giving the Bible verse or something, or inviting them to church, I mean, that's like, oh gosh, this is so much more powerful the way you put it.
But
with
it's
a simple
the truth.
blade of grass.
Well, when I asked my mother, "Mommy, why didn't you raise my sister and I the way you grew up?" And she said, "Sweetheart, I would never presume to tell you what your relationship with God should be. I will teach you all of them, and when you are old enough, you will make that decision." And I am grateful every day for my gift. I am grateful every day if I can help somebody or make their life in any way better, or if I can save them from heartache or loss or any kind of pain.
You are so much, and I just wanted to say you are so fortunate for having a mom like that, because you mentioned your mom a lot. And she was wonderful.
She was my gift from God. It's funny, in my book, the dedication is to my mother. And I always say, if I had not been blessed enough to have her as my mother, I surely would have chosen her as my friend.
Yes, it's wonderful. I wanted to ask you, though, you know how people, I think that, I don't know if it was you or Vanessa when my daughter was on for her psychic day. That
Miss Cutie
somebody
Pie.
said that she, and that you or Vanessa said that she chose me. What is that all about?
I said that to you.
Yes? Okay, that's what I thought. And
absolutely.
How does that work? We choose our parents?
Yes, absolutely. And
I've heard this before. How does that work?
Well, if you look at how we all grew up in different types of homes, okay? And when we can step back, some are more difficult than others, okay? Everything's not a rose garden, okay? I mean,
yeah.
And I think I used to ask my sister, "Did you not learn anything? How are you? What is wrong with you?" And we choose the lessons for the early part of our journey. My mother I was the freak at school, okay? I'm a tall girl, Barbara. I'm 5'9.5", okay?
Yes.
I am, you'll all laugh when I say this, I was excruciatingly shy, okay, by nature, and I had a terrible stutter, okay? I was not only the tallest girl in school, I was taller than all the boys and all of the teachers except one other teacher, Mrs. Boynton.
Wow.
And I was the freaky weird kid that just knew stuff. Well, can I tell you it made me wildly popular?
Mm-hmm. That's great. You overcame it.
And well, are you kidding? If I had not chosen the mother that I had, I don't know what I would have done, because she was the only one that made me feel like it was okay to be me. Because I didn't fit in with anybody. There were two boys that I went to school with that used to beat me within an inch of my life. Almost every day. They pulled my hair, they kicked me, they tore my clothes, they'd spit on me. It was like, and one day, one of them kicked one of the teachers, Mrs. Avac, in the stomach, and she happened to have been 8 months pregnant.
Oh.
Well, I didn't realize that at my height that I could run that fast and tackle this boy and take him to the ground. I mean, he was lucky he got out of it alive. I wouldn't fight to protect myself, but I would definitely fight for her.
My gosh, I got tingles all over my knees.
Yes.
I was imagining that happening.
That's the absolute truth. And it's funny, it was shocking.
Wow.
They never touched me again.
Yeah, see, that wouldn't have happened if you didn't go through that abuse. That wouldn't have maybe sparked inside of you to do that.
And I never, if I
her.
hadn't had a mother that made me feel and know that it was okay to be me.
Right, and she embraced your gift.
Honey, I have always had friends that are from everywhere in the world. Everywhere. And they come from every background. They have every kind of tan. They're tall, short, fat, thin. They're born in other countries. I grew up in Los Angeles, California, and I went to schools where I was the only person, the only white girl in my classes. And I was the only one that didn't notice.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like, what does that have to do with a person's character?
Right. I was raised like that, too. That's so
my mom
great.
taught me she didn't care if you were a fabulous purple unicorn, If you were good in your head and your heart, that's all that matters. And if your intentions are clean, it is. And I've had people say over the years, I always love this part, when they'd say, so what do you do? I'd say, I'm a psychic. And they look at me and go, right, so what do you really do? And I look at them and I said, no, that is what I really do.
Mm-hmm.
And I was the first psychic after Peter Hurkos to work on murder cases and missing children cases. And I helped establish I was one of the very early psychics, first psychics to help establish the remote viewing program with the government.
Oh, wow.
Mm.
Oh, wow. That's why everybody out there should read your book. All your stories
it
are
is
in
so.
there, and it's got to be amazing.
Well, it's so funny because the only thing that every word of it is true. The only thing that I changed are my clients' names and people's names.
Mm-hmm.
Because I believe in respecting my clients' privacy. But every word of the stories is true. And I haven't missed a thing.
No,
you can ask me anything, honey.
I was going to ask you, because you're so upbeat and you have such a positive mindset, obviously, and everybody feels good. I just feel good when you're on the line and I'm talking to you. But
thank you,
you
sweetheart.
bring out the best. Yes, you bring out the best in people. But there must have been times where, like in the missing person cases, that it maybe didn't come out very good. I mean,
honey,
how was
the hardest thing that I have ever worked on are missing children cases and having to tell the parents that their child is not coming home.
Oh. Yes. I can imagine.
It is, and they never leave me. I can't speak for anybody else, but I think about them all the time. And I worked on the Hillside Strangler case. And it is, and I think to myself, I predicted Jonestown, that thing.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Yes.
And you can tell people, but they look at you like you're crazy, And I have always made sure that when I do a reading, I have people tape it or record it now. I don't care if it's on your phone. I don't care how you record it. Just record it, because it's all in the little details of things, and I can't control timing of things. But if somebody is open to, like the lady that's going to move, and the lovely man that I spoke to, David, those are things that they're open to those things happening, so they're coming. They're going to be like pretty much right on time. But if somebody is fearful of change and attached to whatever the drama is that's going on in their life, sometimes they will put things off indefinitely. And if life were the same, okay, all the time, or people keep, I'm sure we've all had friends, okay, that we look at and kind of go, why do you keep drawing the same kind of guy, or why do you keep drawing the same kind of woman into your life? Didn't you learn anything from this? And it's so interesting when I see people punishing everybody in their life because they had an unhappy childhood. I look at them and go, I'm sorry, the most messed up people I knew grew up in those Father Knows Best homes because they didn't learn anything,
Right.
And
well,
those are the what, honey?
Sorry to interrupt, but
That's okay.
I'm wondering, what about you with your romantic life and your whole life? Were there ever men that were afraid to be with you because you knew what they were thinking?
Well, you're going to love this. I met my boyfriend on a bet, okay? And really, I took a picture of myself when I lived in Europe. I lived in Paris, and I had a gorgeous garden. And at the time, I was very overweight. Okay, and that was the picture I used on my bio. Okay, and this was, you're gonna love this. This is how I describe myself. I am a psychic, yes, a real one. If that does not work for you, please do not contact me. I am a tall, big girl. If that does not work for you, please do not contact me. If you do not have your own identity, please do not contact me. If you do not have friends, definitely do not contact me. If you do not have a sense of humor, please do not contact me. I am very outspoken and have my own opinions. If that does not work for you, definitely do not contact me. And the whole thing went on like that. And it's like, if you want, I always say to people, if you want somebody that's taller, shorter, thinner, blonder, somebody that goes, hi, hon, you want peas or mashed potatoes? How was your day, you big, strong guy? Please go find them. It's like, find what is the good fit for you. But being with somebody that wants to change who you are, or you want to change who they are, what the heck are you doing?
Right.
It's like, and if somebody doesn't want to be with you because they simply just can't resist somebody else, it's like, honey, come home and tell me. I will help you pack your bags, and good luck, be happy. Because why in the world does somebody want to be with someone that doesn't want to be with them?
Yeah.
And, I'm not the boss of everybody. I know what makes me happy, and if something doesn't work for me, I don't understand when people are cruel to each other. If you supposedly love someone, why are you being mean? Why would you be cruel?
Right.
And you have done. Pardon me?
It's like an extension of yourself. So why would you be mean to yourself? Your partner in life is part of you, and you have your cord, your energy cord with them.
And you hope that they feel the same way, and that there is that connection. But yes, sweetheart, I have met men that really don't know where to put me. If I hear one more time, "You're a psychic? You're not what I expected." It's like, and I always look at them with a straight face and say, "Yes, I know. I left my turban and my cape at home. I didn't want to freak you out. I thought it would be a bit much." It's like, what does that even mean?
I know. Oh my goodness.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it's like I'm not trying to convince anybody what I do. If it scares them, God bless. I live in a great big world.
That's
my ex-mother-in-law came into the kitchen one Thanksgiving, and I usually had a Thanksgiving for between 45 and 65 people.
Wow.
And I would do I loved it. And I would do all the baking and all the cooking, and I loved it, And my ex-mother-in-law came in, and I happened to have friends that were same sex and were partners, and I don't care if you're gay, straight, or a poodle. I don't care. Are you good in your head and your heart? I don't care, And they were sitting on the sofa, and one of them had their arm around the other one and leaned over and gave their partner a kiss on the cheek. And my ex-mother-in-law came in, and I thought she was going to pass out. And I said to her, "Can I help you?" And she said, "Your friends are certainly different," as she was twitching, practically coming out of her body. And I looked at her and I said, "You mean from you? Yes, they're wonderful, aren't they?"
Mm-hmm.
And I said, "You might want to go out there and talk to some of them. There's some wonderful people there. You might learn something."
Yes, I can't stand judgment.
Oh, please. To me, it is the funniest thing in the world, because I know when God was handing out the special snowflake gene, he said, "Get behind the door, Karen. You're never going to need that."
Well, I think we might be. I want to make sure that we don't get cut off by the lady.
Okay, sweetie.
But
what a wonderful show, Jonathan.
Thank you, everyone, for coming. Thank you.
Kelly, Barbara, Jonathan, I love you guys.
Barbara.
I love you,
Karen.
Love you all.
I love you,
Karen.
Thank you.
Thank
everybody.
you.
Have a great night.
Have a nice day.
Good night.
Thank